Look at the beautiful sunrise behind me. It's quite early, but I was awake already. The animals were making a little bit of noise, so I just went out to grab some wood because it's also quite cold right now. But look at that, very, very beautiful. I was just at the pond, my favorite spot. Although I prefer it in summer because now, oh, goodbye to the ducks. They'll probably return in like 30 minutes. We have a lot of ducks here. I can see still some in the reeds over there. I counted 15 this morning, so yeah, they're enjoying the pond, I think. But yeah, I was still on my way to grab wood, but just take a look at the pond and how beautiful it is here. I prefer it in summer actually, because then in the field over there there's corn. And now you have a little bit of noise from the traffic on the road over there. And when the corn is growing, it's just completely silent here, and I love the silence. But now you can hear a little bit of background noise still. I hear the birds, the rooster, and it's very, very quiet. But I just love this spot, and with the sun coming up, yeah, it makes me feel like it's spring almost. It is cold though, so but it's warmer than it has been. So like this, you always think, oh, maybe spring is early, and but I know I shouldn't get my hopes up because we can still get some cold. But yeah, this is a very beautiful morning and a great way to start the day. Morning. Hey. Hey. So because it is quite stormy still today, and it will be for the whole day, I decided to do some activities inside because I was thinking about making a bread, and I got this bread baking machine for Christmas, so it makes it very easy, and I know there's a lot of people that can make the most beautiful bread and sourdough bread and all beautiful special kind of bread, but yeah, that's not me, not yet. So I'm learning, and today I'm going to make a very easy bread with bread mix. Just mix it with water, put it in the baking machine, but I wanted to make some kind of herb Italian, maybe garlic bread. So that's what I'm going to try today, because outside it's yeah, it's very bad still, but of course there's a lot of things to do on the inside, and making bread is one of those things that just calms you down. You can take some time, just mix some ingredients, because I don't use a recipe. I would just like to try my own thing, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to try different things, different herbs. I have some Italian herbs over here. I have some garlic, some salt, some pepper, just some basic things, because I'm definitely new to making bread at all. And right now I'm even using this machine, so some people would say I'm not even making my own bread. I have a mix from a local mill, so it's quite a nice mix. I've used it before, but just plain, nothing added to it. So that's what I'm going to do today for the first time. Could be a disaster, could be very nice. I just like to try new things, and of course you can find lots of recipes online, but also with this I just enjoy the process of trying out, figuring out what I like, and how to do it. I don't think that it is always needed to go online and look for information. Of course I do that often, when I do things for the first time, or especially if it has something to do with safety or with the use of machinery or anything. I think it's very important to do your research, but with this, with the making of food and just doing things with your hands, sometimes I think it's better to just don't look online, don't use the internet, just think, try things out, make things, and learn that way. Just do. It's not always needed to go read, do some research, follow a recipe like on the gram or just anything. It's not always needed to follow somebody else's footsteps. Of course it helps, but with this kind of thing I like to try out my own thing, so that's what I'm going to do. The only thing I did before was use this bread mix, put it in here, put it in the machine, use water, and that's it. Just let the machine figure out everything else. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mix some herbs, going to mix some garlic, and I think I will be doing the same thing. So I will just put the mix in the machine, put water in it. Maybe I will mix it by hand first, but I have to see how it looks, because I want it properly mixed, and I'm not sure if the machine will mix it good enough. So we'll see about that. I have some water already measured out for one bread, and with the herbs and the garlic we'll just have to see how it looks. But yeah, well, first let me set the mood, because it is such a stormy day. I thought maybe make it a little bit more cozy, because on days like these sometimes I think, oh, I want to go outside, I want to work outside, I want to do something with the animals, I want to do something on the property. There's always a lot of things to do. And sometimes you can feel a little bit down when you're inside and just thinking about what you want to do outside, but you cannot because the weather is not great. But then I just like to remind myself that sometimes it is good to just take some time inside and do totally other things, because I'm not really an amazing baker. I'm not an amazing cook. I'm very new to all this, but I love to learn and love to try things out. So that's what I'm going to do. And I hope you like to watch me struggle a bit with new things, but also enjoy it very much. So let me get some more ingredients, and then we'll start making a bread. Because I am a little bit worried the herbs won't mix very well when I just put it all in here, I'm going to mix the dry ingredients first in a bowl. So the herbs and the bread mix, I'm going to mix it all together. When I think it's very well mixed, I will put water in it, and I will also mix it by hand. I think I'll have to see how it looks. If it looks very well mixed, I might just put it in here, put the water in here and turn it on, and then the machine will mix it. But I need to see when everything is mixed together. So this is what I have mixed right now. So it's mostly Italian herbs, just a Tuscany mix. It smells great. I've used it before, just not in bread. I used it to make pizzas actually. With garlic, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So nothing too crazy. I also, of course, I'm not completely sure about the amount of herbs I'm going to put in the mix. I'm going to mix it. I will look at how it turns out when it's dry. If I feel the need to add more, I'm going to add some more. if I feel this is enough, I will maybe mix it with water, or I will let the machine mix it. So we'll see in a second. I'm a great fan of garlic, so I might put some more garlic in here. By the looks of it, I'm going to need at least double the amount of herbs I use, so I'm going to clean my hands and put some more in here. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how it looks now. Of course, the herbs almost disappear into the mix, but I can feel it a little bit with my hands, and I think it's properly mixed, but I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to put the water in and mix it by hand, just to make sure everything is properly mixed before I put it into the machine. And of course, I have completely no idea if this was enough, because it's my first time, so could be a disaster, could be really nice. I guess we'll find out later. In 3 hours to be exactly, because it takes 3 hours to bake and then some cooling down time, but yeah, then we'll try it out. It smells great, but I always think garlic smells great, so if you put garlic in anything, I will think it smells great. I put the mix in, cleaned my hands again because I'm going to make everything dirty if I touch anything. I will close it, turn it on, and in 3 hours we should see some results. Very easy. I know there are a lot of people that probably watching this and think, well, you're not really making your own bread, are you? And I agree somewhat. But I'm just learning. I expect that in 30 minutes time my whole cabin will smell like nice Italian garlic bread, but we'll see. We'll check on it later.
Wel leuk van de stijl. Prijsjes.
Nee, dat moet je net aan de schilderij van de Nick voor.
Ja, maar die hangen natuurlijk niet.
Sorry, iedereen loopt het van. Doe deze ook aan.
Plat leg ik puur, want voor je anders gaat het snijden. Want dan blijft het gewoon een beetje links ook.
Dat is gevaarlijk.
Ja.
Een stenen beeldje.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dingetjes heb ik dan.
Klopt.
It's pretty cold, but it's nice when the sun is out and the air is crispy like this, and you just get outside and breathe. That's why I love those cold mornings. Yeah, I actually wanted to show you this jacket I bought because I went to the thrift store with my brother and my mother. Sometimes we like to go, just the three of us, just looking around for a few hours. Sometimes we find the most amazing things, and we have a very good place to go. It's like 30 minutes drive from here, and all three of us, we really like to go there. And they have some clothing, like this jacket. I'm very happy with it. And my mother and brother, they both fell in love with some art, some chicken paintings. So they bought a lot of it. I think they bought like 5 or 6. And there's one I really like, so I hope I can persuade them to give one of them to me, because it's a chicken with a wheelbarrow full of wood, and it just really reminds me of living here and living this life. And sometimes it's just nice to look at the thing you think is beautiful and also feels like it's your life it's about. So yeah, very happy with that. I just wanted to show you the jacket real quick, because I'm also very happy with when you find things like these, and it's just simple things that can make me really happy. Walking here, enjoying the sunrise, breathing the fresh crispy air, wearing a jacket I found that probably made somebody else very happy for years, and now it makes me happy. So it can be so simple. Sometimes we make everything so incredibly difficult for ourselves. Sometimes it's just good to take a step back and think about what simple things can make you happy. And for me, a lot of simple things can make me happy, and I just wanted to share them real quick. We're walking outside with this cute little lantern because the power just went out. I think like 20 minutes ago now. And we're just checking on the horses, because if the power goes out, the electric fencing also doesn't work. So and they find out very quickly, especially Oreo, one of the little ponies. She knows when there's no power on the lines. She will try it out, and then yeah, she can escape. So always check on them, but they're doing fine. They're just eating right now. Hey, Bound. But it's not just our place. It's the whole. It's the whole neighborhood. Hello, hello, ponies. It's also a little bit rainy right now, so it's very, very dark. Normally you can see lights from the neighbors. Right now it's just completely dark. We can see some lights over there in the distance. I don't even think you can see it on camera. It's very far away, because yeah, the whole area is without power now. And it happened 2 weeks ago for like an hour, I think it was. And now it has been 20 minutes, so I don't know what the problem is. Could be another few minutes, or it's hours. But luckily we just have the wooden stove, so we're not going to be very cold. But I know there's a lot of people in the neighborhood that don't have a wooden stove, so
You can see car lights.
yeah. So when the car is driving there, you can see the neighbors are living over there. So normally you have lots of light coming from there, because it's all farms. They have stables with lights on in the night even. And we can hear in the distance, I don't think you can hear it on camera, some alarms. So I don't really know what's happening over there. But a lot of the times in the Netherlands you have like big stables and barns. They have some sort of alarm that goes off when the power goes out, because then they get cold inside, so it's just a warning for them. An alarm stays on, I think, for like 30 minutes or so. So I think that's what's happening, but it's not close, it's in the distance. So it's not our neighbors. They only have cows. I know pigs are very sensitive for it, so I think we're fine here. But yeah, it's been some time, so we have it warm on the inside. We're going to light some candles and just enjoy quiet night in the dark. It's always so peaceful when walking around. It's just, well, you can hear some sounds, the alarm and cars, but it's very quiet and peaceful. And it's also, I think, a little bit foggy, and with the rain, it's quite nice, I think. Should have more nights like this, but we're going to go inside, and I will check on the horses later, but I suppose the power will come back in. Well, it shouldn't take longer than hours because it's a very, very big area that's out of power right now. I think there's a few people stressing, so it shouldn't take too long, but you never know. So the bread is finally done. I'm going to take it out. It's still quite hot, but I'm just too curious to wait, of course. Smells great. Can definitely smell the herbs and the garlic, so I think that's a good thing. Might be even too strong, but there we go. Very, very hot. It smells great. When it's a little bit more cooled off, I'm going to taste it, but for now, yeah, not too bad, I think. I don't know if you can hear it, but the weird sounds outside are a cat. So. Hopefully it's good. Time to figure it out. Yeah. That tastes great. No. I'm extremely happy with it. I can taste a fair amount of garlic, so that's always great. No, I think the herbs are great. It's the perfect amount. The next bread I'm going to make, I'm going to just try other herbs, because now I just used the Italian mix, but I think it would be great to use other mixes. Just try it out. Yeah. That's really good. Very happy. And you know what? Could have been a disaster. I was completely prepared for it to be a disaster, but it isn't. And it's something I just tried, you know. Sometimes you just have to try things, and didn't look for any information. I just tried. I just figured it out. So now it's even more of an accomplishment that I just, you know, figure it out, try it out. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out, you know. That's also fine. But this is, I'm very happy with this. And the bread making and the baking and the candle making and everything I do, it's just, I just like to try things out and make my own things. And also for this spring and summer, I'm hoping to have a garden going and just grow my own food a little bit more. I'm actually next week going to start growing some oyster mushrooms. So yeah, I'm just busy with things I can grow, I can make, you know, just try out different things. I'm going to enjoy this. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope I see you next week.